So we're all packed and ready to go. I want to have a talk to you about booking cars intercity or outstation cars, as it's called often in India, car between two cities. And there are many ways of doing this. It's become a lot easier. There are several apps online. You can use Make My Trips, you can use GoAbibo, but the most common ones I think are Ola and Uber. Generally I like to use Uber, it's my preferred taxi app, but this morning trying to book an Uber was tricky. Firstly, they wouldn't let me use my credit card, which is fine, we don't mind paying cash, but then they would only let me book a cab between Mysore and Bangalore, which is where we're going, immediately. So you had to book it and take the risk that it was going to be there. Most of the other options you have scheduled booking. So on the Ola app, for example, you can schedule your booking for any time you like, which is a lot easier. It just means that you've got that sort of safety of knowing that you've already booked and there's a taxi confirmed. So we decided not to go with Uber, and we're going with Ola. Ola also won't let me use the credit card for some reason. I can use credit card on short journeys in the towns on Uber, but not on the outstation trips. So we booked the Ola. Very simple. Now it's a lot cheaper to use these apps than it is, or it used to be in the past. If you ask at the hotels, that it's going to be 3,000 or 4,000 rupees. If you book with Uber or Ola, it's about 1,700, give or take, depending on traffic conditions. So 1,700 rupees, and you're going to have to pay cash. The driver is already here. It's about 11 o'clock. We booked it for 11:15. I can see on the map, on the app, that he's already outside waiting for us, which is perfect. We've done 3 of these trips now, sort of booked cars between cities, and they've worked out very good. I only had one bad experience. That's when I was in the small town of Ooty, and I wanted to book to Mysore. We had a lot of problems because there weren't many drivers in Ooty, and we ended up with all sorts of issues. So I think booking between larger cities is easier, but if you're in a small town trying to book to go to a big city, then you've got to understand there probably aren't the drivers around, and you may have issues as we did. So you can see here on the app that's in my hand, it says our driver is outside the building. We've got about 15 minutes. We're just getting the last little bit sorted out, and we'll take you along and share with you the experience of doing an outstation city-to-city journey in India. Okay, we're all ready, Michelle? Okay, so the app will send you through the license plate of the vehicle and also a photograph and the details of the vehicle. And I think this is, so it's 34:55. The guy is on time. He's out here. So it's Suzuki Maritz. 34:55. Good morning, how are you? So he doesn't mind, they'll wait 5, 10, 15 minutes with no issues at all. We just got to do our checkout. Hello. These are the guys in the Ni Amari Hotel. It's been a great stay, good people. It's Christmas time now. You have to remember the prices will escalate over Christmas. Thank you. So we're going to heading to Bangalore. One of the reasons we're leaving Mysore and going to Bangalore is because we're just going to hunker down over Christmas. One thing we're going to do is take an Airbnb for a few days, and then we're going to stay somewhere nice over the actual Christmas period. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll see you next time, guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hello. You speak English?
Hindi.
A little bit, huh? So when you get into your taxi, you have to give him an OTP number, which I'll just find. It's a one-time password, 3401. So that will give the guy authority to pick you up, and authority that you've booked the app. So drive careful, huh?
Hello Steve, welcome to Ola Play. Enjoy your favorite music, latest videos and much more.
Okay. Ola Play. This guy's lovely. Really nice guy. Every day meets me at the hotel in the morning. And yeah, so the destination is all put into the app. The guy's got a big like an iPad sort of thing on the, but it's actually an Ola specific thing. And I've just told him, drive careful, keep things easy, and we can keep an eye. It's really good. I mean, you can keep an eye on the journey, the directions. You can see the traffic conditions on the app here. Not all of them have this facility in the cab. Actually, this is the first one I've seen that's this well set up. And just ahead of us there is the Mysore Palace. I don't know if you can see that there. It's the rooftops of the beautiful Mysore Palace, which lights up at night. I've got some, maybe I'll just drop in a quick picture of the Mysore Palace lighting up at night. Your name? Srinivas. Vats or Srinivas? Okay, Srinivas. So we're off to Bangalore. Mysore, thank you for having us. Oops, hats off. Mysore, thank you for having us. Love this part of town that we're in. There's so much cool stuff going on. There's markets. You've got the Mysore Palace just over here, but there are loads and loads of little palaces around. Oh, what a great part of town. Just up ahead of us here, there's a roundabout that's got so much good market activity, open markets. The bus station, by the way, you can take buses. You can take buses or coaches interstate. We just found, if you can afford that little bit extra, and we're talking around, let's talk about prices. We're looking around about just over 30 Australian dollars for the whole trip. It's very reasonable. Now, if you go by coach, you might get it for 15. You've got to get to the coach station. You've got to get away from the coach station. So there's taxi costs involved as well. So a little bit extra, you can have the comfort of your own car. It's a young family traveling like Michelle and I did with our children when we were younger. It's good to see. We've got Ganesh on the dashboard. Just here, just to the left here in Mysore is the open market that we come to. And in that building there, the yellow building, there's a big indoor market. And we live streamed in there just a day or so back. Now normally what I do also, although the driver here has the maps on the dashboard, because we have a SIM card, and there's a video up about getting a SIM card in India if you want to check that out, because we have a SIM card and it's ever so cheap to have one in India and very simple. I'll put the directions in my Google Maps as well, just to sort of keep a track on it, but I think in this instance we're pretty safe. Guy selling fruit at the traffic lights. So I really love these new apps for traveling around India. I know many years ago when we used to live in this region and when my parents used to travel in this area, you had to arrange for cars and drivers. It was never expensive particularly, but you were very limited to who you know or what your hotels knew. It's certainly making life a lot easier for travellers to use these apps, and yet I still see many a young traveller or maturer traveller who don't use them, and they still rely on just asking at the hotel. And you can cut your costs in half, your travel costs in half, by just being sensible and just knowing what's happening. Just ask people. I knew about Uber before we got here, never heard of Ola. Ola's new for us. It's something that's I think India specific, but there are actually several other apps out there offering similar services. When you see that they're all coming in at about the same price, maybe give or take 100 rupees for these longer journeys, that is, then you know you're getting about the right price. Now I know a lot of locals might say, oh, but that price is high. They may say it's high, though I don't think so. I met a young couple in Ooty who had hired their own car to drive to Ooty from Bangalore, and they were then driving back, and the cost of renting that car for them for the few days they were there, and it was convenient to have the car, was about 7,000 rupees. So if you factor in the cost of actually renting or having your own vehicle to do these journeys, I still think it just makes life a lot easier if you haven't got to think about things, and you've got a wonderful driver just to sort of drive you around. And comments, let me know what you think. So we're probably about halfway, and Michelle and I are fancying stopping. I think the driver just stretch our legs and get a cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of chai, and we're in Chanapatna. It's a nice little town. Little stop here. Beautiful. Stretch our legs. And just near us there's a Hanuman temple. Hanuman is the monkey god. We have here the monkey god. Thank you. So we've rocked up to this little roadside coffee bar. I've got a bit of peanut brittle, 5 rupees. Instant coffee. Hello. I love this peanut brittle. Not good for your teeth. So I've got this lovely little coffee. Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just what we needed. And she didn't oversweeten it. It's perfect. While we're here, the driver is a big fan of Hanuman, the monkey god. And so he's got a tattoo on his arm. So we're just going to walk over and just have a quick look at the temple. Won't take 5 minutes. So here is the entrance, the archway. Now that's the name of the temple for those of you that can read the Sanskrit. We've got some buffalo over here. So this is the Hanuman temple here. Look at this beautiful archway, this doorway into the main temple. I do hope you can get the scale of that from here. No camera. Okay, we can't take a camera inside. Yes. So that was really nice. We've been into the temple, got a blessing. There's the ladies outside asking for money. I haven't got any small notes or coins with me, but I had enough to get a blessing in the beautiful temple there. So Michelle's been getting on, doing a bit of catch-up work, while we had our little jolly in the temple. I don't know why I thought there might be monkeys there, but there wasn't. But it was really nice anyway. So I think we're just on the outskirts now of Bangalore, Silicon Valley. So we're very much in the heart of Bangalore now, just past a big electronics factory on the right there, and we're probably about 6-7 kilometers from our hotel, and it should be another 25 minutes, traffic permitting, of course. Palia. Guri Palia. We're just near Guri Palia. It's got a lot busier. About 2.5 kilometers, but still showing 20 minutes. So we're barely 5 minutes away now. I'm not going to film the end of this journey. I'll film when we get out, but I don't want to start forgetting things and messing up. So you get the gist. It's been a very pleasant journey.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll give you some money. New adventure, new location. We'll see. Hello. But I'm very disappointed. This is not the room we booked. This is room 303. Let me show you the views we've got. The suite room we've been put into doesn't have any windows. This one has a window. window of sorts. The other option is this room here. This one has some windows. It smells unpleasant. We ordered the suite room. I'll show you that quickly while I've got you. So the suite room is here, which I thought was going to be the nicest room in the, you know, we paid extra because we want a nicer room. So it's got a sliding door, and this is, it's pitch dark in here. There's no windows at all. There's curtains. I mean, we've got a bathroom, hole in the ceiling. It's about the best we can do. We'll have to see. I think we're going to stay in here, haven't we? Good job, man. True.
Parcel are ikkade na.